We're working on trying to be live. I believe our audio is going out now.
Oh, okay, so they can hear Bruno whining.
So they can hear Bruno whining, which is good. Half the dogs are here. And that's today's stream. Thank you for tuning it. Such an old joke, but hi, hello, and for me, good afternoon. For
Welcome.
Welcome. There we are.
We're
I
here.
stopped talking, which is almost a prompt to let Felicia talk, and then I just start talking again. We're like two cars in an intersection with, no, you go first. No, you go first. No.
We're here. Welcome. We're trying.
We're trying. It's been a morning. It's been a week. My shop is worse, which makes it even harder to get in here. We're definitely trying. Shop Gremlin's doing a lot with trying to help me get the shop under control. I'm now in the process of trying to move things out so things can change in here. That scares me because there's expense behind that. But, it'll be for the best, right? Yeah, so that's kind of happening. Other than that, hi.
We're here, and you guys don't see half the craziness. It's all on this where we're looking, not where you guys are.
Right. What should be mostly open shop, it's not. It's
towers. I feel like I'm in a fort, like a cardboard box fort.
Do you remember the under? It was on the ship. It was on the Axiom. The underbelly of the Axiom with the giant wall Cs. I think they were called the giant trash compactors in the movie WALL-E, when they were running around inside the ship and they were just collecting all the garbage and throwing it out the ship. Yeah, that's kind of what my shop looks like right now.
That episode.
Yeah, looks like Sakar. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking. I cannot speak today. The trash compactor scene from Star Wars. That's what it feels like in here. Like it's just there's a giant pole thing. Maybe we could brace the walls.
The walls are definitely closing in on here. And with Bruno, we even have a Dianogo running around, leaving trails in the muck. Hi. There's something moving in here. Anyway.
Right. And there's a shop gremlin. Believe it or not, making things more neat.
Yeah, which actually I'm very appreciative for having a shop gremlin. I'm very appreciative for having Felicia as well. So, because of all these extra fun things that happened, I haven't touched a damn thing since the last stream. I mean,
It's all still here and hasn't moved.
No, it hasn't moved at all. I mean, if you were to click back and forth, take a still frame and click back and forth, things have moved a little bit, but not really. I definitely had to move some things off the table so we could get going because things migrated to the table, but yeah. And then, I get to go, looks like I get to go to Southern California again this upcoming week for a video shoot. Nothing fun where I get to meet anybody. I'll be on the southern shores of the Salton Sea where there's like maybe a dozen other people. But it's work and I get paid to go, so it's good.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So other than all that, I suppose the proper thing to go is, hello, it's Sunday, and thank you for tuning in to the Odin Makes live stream. Good morning, my name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And today we've got Bruno's butt with us here on the table. Both of us are really quite run down and tired, so there's a possibility, a very good possibility, the stream's going to end at 1 o'clock today, so we'll only go for 2 hours total today, so you guys get your time, we get a little bit of public time, then peace, we're out. But we'll see what kind of head of steam we get, and
we'll see where we get in the project.
Yeah. We'll call it when it happens. Dan Does Junk says, I'm guessing in addition to being cold, the shop is humid now too. Yes. Yes, it is. That's actually one of the first things we're trying to address with fixing the shop. Shop Gremlin found some magic product that is a moisture barrier that you paint on the walls and paint on the floor. So the shop needs to become an empty box. You've been here, Dan. That's frightening. So we can paint everything in order to eliminate the humidity cold, which will improve, 3D printing, and cut down on the feels like a crypt in here. Yeah. That's step one. Well, step 2. Step 1 is hose the place out. Wall A's. Thank you, Leah. Steve D says picture's a bit blurry. Is it?
Is that why they're saying it's all steamy? It does look blurry on that. You clicked it twice.
Oh, you kidding me? Why did you turn that off? You pain in the.
I saw you click it twice.
I did. I set it on streaming high.
Twice.
Yeah, this is why monitors get punched. Even though it's not the monitor's fault. Everybody would need to write to Blackmagic Design and ask why on earth the quality key is so difficult to keep in place. Why is that one feature so quick to be dumped? And here's potato quality.
Because everybody wants to stream in potato quality.
Yeah.
Right.
Give it a shot.
Did it work?
I don't know.
What are we looking at? What's going on?
I don't know. Got a pretty good lag here.
You finding out?
I'm waiting to see what's happening.
This is
Waiting to see if we're still
thrilling entertainment right here.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Will the quality go up, or are we doomed to have potato stream today? I vote potato. You just go on.
Every camera in the shop is now a piñata. Waiting for it to. So we should go black, right? Well, it just hiccuped. No. I didn't know how that worked. That was one of the things I was interested in. So there was just like a little jump cut on my end, it looks like. That's why we're sitting here waiting for stuff to happen. Sorry, I'm watching us and there's a delay. That's all the delay is. Okay. Yeah. That's me. Yeah, the picture quality is bad. Fixed. Beautiful now. Okay, good.
That's better. No more potato.
Yeah. Yeah. I do not. There are elements of the Blackmagic streaming box I seriously do not understand because they are not quality of life, they do not help, and they do not make sense. Yeah. No, Ed Vexen says they thought smoke signals are pretty nifty, but then the camera got made and everyone jumped on that bandwagon instead. Yeah, fair enough.
Let's go back to smoke signals.
Yeah.
Let's burn everything. We have some grinding to do.
We have some grinding to do.
How come yours turned out all smooth and mine's all fuzzy? And I was thinking it was because of the head, because it started out being smooth, but then it just got fuzzier.
I don't know.
But I'm just making shit up.
You're not making shit up. I don't know. I'll try smoothing yours a little more.
Because it's like I got it chunks out. It's just the textures. But we're going to cover it, so it's not like that big of a deal.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
But I was just curious because I would like to be better.
Well, we were both using the coarse bit.
Yeah, but I used a fresh one because I was using one that was all worn out, and you switched it, and then all of a sudden it was getting fuzzier. Okay. So I was thinking, was it because I was using a fresh coarse bit?
I don't know. I was using a fresh coarse bit as well, I thought. Maybe I've got a
lighter touch.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I've got a lighter touch, and you're hitting it harder.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not the gentlest.
So this is where we're still at, right?
Yes, we have to. Okay. We have 2 more to grind, and then we have to do the things so that they can fit on. So this flat edge can fit on this curved surface, but I don't think it's this part that it's going on. But it's the part that's poking closest to me.
I think there's one that goes on each. I think you're right. I think one goes here and one goes here. They might even just go like this. I don't know.
Picture right there. One goes there. One goes there.
One goes on the side. All right.
Okay.
Maybe I'm holding it wrong. Maybe it goes this way.
The clicky thing, the one that is there goes on the bottom. Yep. And this one goes on the side. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Reference images, they help so much.
Yes.
Hey, we left off on the same page.
Hey!
The top knob, did you? I'm just going to ask this, but we can laugh in just a second.
Yeah?
Did you ever find that box with the flashlights?
No, I haven't yet. We can do that. No, I haven't. No. No, I really, really haven't. I haven't found anything.
I wouldn't even know where to start at this point.
It's over there. You know, in the worst of it.
Maybe it'll be easier to build it from scratch. Okay, so we have to do that top knot thing. It's not right this second, but that's one of the things that needs to get done.
All right.
The hand grips. We're skipping the install the barrel. We kind of did, but it's not like stuck.
I'll add a screw, which means I'm going to bang my hip into it.
Because it's right at that height?
Yep. There, maybe not, just like there. Because this guy can hang, and if I have the motor not underneath the microphone, it might help a little bit.
That one was significantly quieter than the other one. The one I was using was the loud one. Nobody complained about yours.
Yeah.
There is a thing right here for it to hang on the screw.
That's even better. Thank you.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah. I like that thing.
Yeah, this one's great. Of course,
I hate the quick change top, though. The quick change this part. You removed yours, didn't you?
No.
No, this is still it?
Yeah, it's still it. I'm just fighting with it.
You're just fighting with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing quick about that quick change top.
No, not really.
Now you won't get stuck on it. Maybe
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm already feeling the dust.
You're already feeling the dust. Sorry.
No, it's funny. I just sanded my wood floors and there was dust everywhere. Yeah, it was annoying, but it wasn't half as... I do not get the reactions from that dust like I do from this dust. The synthetics.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
The synthetic dust from the actual, like...
The foam. I'm a wuss when it comes to that.
That's all right.
Yeah. Oh, let me... This one has my name on it.
Dan Does Junk says, yes, I've seen the shop. Good thing you made the gravity gun so we don't have to pick up anything heavy. Hello, Marvel Guy. And yes, Shady, Side Fox, yes, I was on Minecraft building another shop. I was actually mentioning that to Felicia when she first came in, that get a bit overwhelmed and depressed and kind of angry and a few other things, and just disappear into a video game. And it's like, all right, now I'm a little better in the world.
Right? That shop's clean.
Yeah, I can zone out. Nothing's horrible here. Dan Does Junk says, it's going to be loads of fun helping you empty the shop. We'll rewrite a definition of fun in the process. Thank you, Dan. Right, and they're all talking about the gravity gun, which is right up there that nobody can see. Just out of reach. All right, let's see how well Odin can handle technology. Apparently not very well. Where's my phone?
Your camera? Are you full of pictures?
No, I just I rebooted the phone because it was saying, hey, you haven't rebooted me in a while. Reboot me. Okay.
I have technology now. Here you go.
Yeah.
Can show the people on the camera.
Throw my phone. So I can pull it down from how would you want to?
I was just gonna post it on the Discord.
Oh, yeah, post it in the Discord.
Because all of these people here right now are still Discord members.
So if you are watching for the future and want to see the picture of the gravity gun that's wired to the wall that Felicia just took, check out my private Discord, which you can access easily by going to patreon.com/Odin Makes, and the picture is now up. So. Thank you.
I love having technology. I feel like I've always lived my life as an out-of-date iPhone that can only fit one app and is always out of storage.
Yeah.
Having the technology makes life so much easier.
Apparently I'm trying to run my streams on a potato.
Yes. Go potato. Oh, look it. I just posted on your screen.
Okay, look at that.
Right?
Yeah, that looks exactly like it.
Mm-hmm. It's like right there.
It's like right there, yeah. Yeah, but it's such a kind of a clunky shape, and it was just with the train tracks right behind us. It was much safer to wire it to the wall so it can't fall.
Yeah, because cement walls still shake.
Yeah, the cement wall still shakes. Oh, there's times when trains are going by, and even if you watch in my finished videos, the rulers and things that hang back there, you can see them all shimmer and shake because the light's hitting them just right. That's a train going by.
I like that Dan Does Junk says, or you could just watch the video and see how he builds it.
Well, there's that too. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, if you want to see the gravity gun, there's a full build on my channel, which is conveniently called Odin Makes. You can find that right on YouTube, and there's a complete build video all about how I made the gravity gun and the portal gun, the Aperture Science handheld portal device. I've got both of those videos, so yeah.
Yes.
Yes, which the portal gun is based off of the gravity gun, which is based off of the Gauss gun from Half-Life. No, I have not built the Gauss gun yet. Yes, I've looked at it more than once.
Right, once you get back in the groove of things.
Right, and there's actually 2 different versions of it, so ever so slightly, because it got redesigned with a...
I know, which one's the easier one?
The earliest one's the easier one, because it's just, it's chunky 90s graphics versus, improved 2000s graphics.
No, it makes complete sense, but sometimes it's like, which one's the easier version?
Yeah, I'll do the 2000 one.
Yes.
Alrighty. Steve D is asking if I'm going to be videoing the changes to the shop so we can see before and after. I want to. I'm not sure I want to make a video out of it. One of the things I was talking about was if it would be possible to set up like just a webcam.
Just watch the Odin in his natural habitat existing.
Yeah.
Like they watch the giraffes at the zoo. That's what it reminds me of.
Right, exactly. Which would be kind of boring, but...
I look at little... I think his name is... I forgot what his name was. There's a little giraffe that they have a live cam so you can watch him at the zoo. Yeah. And it's so stupid, but that's what I feel like a live stream when you're not interacting is. It's just looking at the animals in the zoo in their natural environment.
Realizing, I'm not trying to say the giraffes are boring. I'm just thinking that my shop as a 24/7 webcam would probably be boring because the amount of time I'm not in here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Also, I think, where would you even put the camera?
Yeah, I know. So one of the things you guys, once again, can't see is there is one little tiny window of clear space, and that's right in front of me. Off the side of the screen, like right here, there is a camera. Right over here, there is another camera. So, this camera is, this guy. Well, down here, I guess. And then there's the camera over there. So that's that camera. And then there's another camera at the top of the screen, which is right up there. And then, of course, there's the camera that we talked to. So here's the top of the screen, right out of this. So there's this window, and then there's lights, and a light here, and there's a bunch of fabric that hangs from the ceiling to cut down on the echo in the room, so it sounds better.
I showed a little picture of just...
Oh, that's good. Of just the disaster. No, that's just all the stuff.
That's just the before.
My shop is a 20 by 30 space, so it's a really big space, and I'm really grateful to have this much space. I need to utilize my space a lot better, which I'm really not good at doing. So yeah. So where will we put a webcam? Because there's just all this stuff in the way.
I have no idea.
Right. Well, hey, there's a text that came from Felicia that says I'm running late, but since my phone was rebooting, I never got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I made it here before we started, so there's that.
That's all that really matters. Let me see. Yeah, so we're taking pictures and showing the shop to all of our patron friends because that's what this first portion of the stream of every stream is for is to share some one-on-one time, some exclusive time, some private time with all of my dear friends who are on my Discord and on my Patreon. So thank you guys very much. I'll post this picture.
Iana says some of us have seen the inside of the studio and it was an awesome tour.
Yes.
Iana, were you here?
I think we did a live tour.
Oh, okay.
On a live stream. One of the Google Meet things.
Yeah. Okay.
Shock Gremlin is suggesting to put the camera above the door, like above Thanos' sword or something.
Yeah, but then you're getting a shot of
the light. Yeah, I know.
Honestly,
it's rough.
that would be my favorite spot. Would be the top of that tower of boxes.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. Maybe here, with a huge wide angle, so you can kind of see that wall to this wall, like some giant fisheye. Yeah.
Kind of a thing, because then it's like, then we're looking in the habitat and seeing you move around.
Yes.
I don't know. But yes, it's
here's
a
my
lot.
picture I took of the gravity gun, which isn't going to be a whole lot different from yours. Oh, I even accidentally took a picture of the floor. Here's my shop floor. I didn't mean to take that picture.
Got those space heaters, because I'm always complaining about it being cold.
Yep, that's a radiating space heater, so it doesn't make any noise. Because the ones that are just a whole bunch of like toaster wire, they make funky noises, and others have fans. So these like parabolic space heaters do really good for being quiet. And they were actually on set yesterday when we had some other people in here in the main studio shooting.
I heard yesterday was a fun day here at the studio.
Oh, it was. It was busy. It was very cool. No, the group that was here. So I'm in a working studio. If you want to look it up online, it's SAC Media Center, sacmediacenter.com, sacramentomediacenter.com. If you want to look that up, the company that came in yesterday, that rented the space yesterday, that used a lot of the space yesterday, was incredibly professional. They set up drapery to hide. They ended up using like the receiving area. And they set up a bunch of drapes to make that more appealing just for their own people. And just the amount of work they went in. They came in all day Friday and set up the main studio, and it was just. I was impressed with their setup, impressed with what they did, impressed with how quickly they got everything put together, and the fact that they actually had their act that well together. It was very cool to see somebody come in and really do that and then leave.
Professionals come in and leave it clean when they leave.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
That's the hardest part, but it's like always the most satisfying.
Yeah.
Because you do the final walkthrough and everything's back in its place.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. and they were doing double check inventory because they had a box truck they brought with all their stuff, counting off all their stands and making sure they didn't have any extras or ones that they didn't come with, which not every production is done. Stands, C stands is what I mean, like the things I usually put my head cast on. Those things have a tendency to walk away depending on the production you're with. So it's you try to mark them, you try to do things to make sure that the equipment you have in your studio is going to remain your equipment when the production leaves.
I used to make mine pink, but then pink became a popular color, and everybody had pink stuffs. So.
Right. So yeah, it just happens, and but it's frustrating, but whatever, I guess. It's never anything big. It's always little things, extension cords and C stands and Apple boxes.
Dan Does Junk says, not gonna lie, it actually looks a little bit cleaner than I was here. I would say yes, but where you were sitting, there's a whole nother layer of stuff in front of. So you couldn't even sit where you were.
Right.
So it may look neater in that photo, but it doesn't capture it's just. So things have to get worse before they get better. It is in the pure middle of the worst before it gets better, because in order to redo everything, you have to pull it all apart. And that is when it's the most maddening part of the project. And imagine that's when you finally start to make progress and wait, I gotta clean it up so that I can do something else.
Right. That's why I'm hoping that just getting everything out of here into a whole different space that's out of the building completely will actually help for a little while. Stuff can't live there because I don't want to pay for storage. That's dumb. But
and there's no point in storing stuff you can't use.
Yeah.
Because if you don't see it, you don't use it, and you're gonna buy a new one.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Dan's remembering he had to move things to make way to stand with us. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. This isn't even completely overwhelming. I moved a costume shop that was way more packed. Than this.
Yeah, there's a choke point at the door. And then there's, actually right now, the pathway out of the door to the outside's pretty good. But I had that a bit choked too. And so that is, kind of getting to me.
I'm just worried. I see Bruno finding bean stuff right there.
Is he finding bean stuff?
I don't know. He found a little fort in your things, and I don't like him digging. I like him where
the entire shop is a fort for Bean.
It is Bean's fort.
Yes. Hi, Bean. Not Bean.
That's Bruno.
Bruno. Sorry, wrong bee dog. Hi, Bruno.
Yeah, he just knows that there's been a bean in here.
Yeah.
and he's confused as to why he can't play. Yes.
All right.
So.
Cheeseaholic says, visiting the shop is on my bucket list. Cheese, you are welcome to visit the shop anytime.
Yes.
Anytime you can. Sorry, we are a time zone or two away.
But a destination spot. That's
destination spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were going.
We need to start grinding, or it's not going to happen.
It's okay. We have 15 minutes, and we can let people in. So let's
Okay.
make a little progress.
All right.
And eye protection.
Boink.
I did not think my choice of earrings through today. They're just not working with.
I'm enjoying the conversation between Cheese and Dan, where people are willing to come by and try and help. Just really appreciate. Yeah, really appreciate
Well,
it.
if you want to organize a clear out day, do
Yeah.
pizza, and then just all hands on deck.
Right.
Let's just go bring all of this stuff to the. If you need help,
Right.
you do. There are local people.
There are local people. There is, yeah.
I know sometimes it's hard going. Can I ask for help?
Right. And once help's here, can I direct help? Which I don't know if I can do that because it isn't. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm very good at being bossy.
Well, that's good.
So if you need, I
thank
need
you.
y'all over here and you
Right.
over here.
The
and
shotgun
this.
was pretty good at being bossy
Okay,
too.
then,
But
yeah,
yeah,
you
both
can let
both
them-
of you. That's
yeah.
good.
Yes.
Marvel guy's trying to ask the light burn question again.
I haven't gotten into Lightburn yet. I'm going to, but the thing is I'm intimidated. It's like I
Right.
just finished a project and my brain isn't ready to get into
Another project into learning.
yes, because that's going to open up a whole bunch more projects that I want to do. What
Right.
am I talking about? Odin gave me one of his laser cutters and I want to get into using it, but I know I have a whole list of projects that I'm going to do once I figure out how to use it. So I
Right.
haven't figured out how to use it. It's sitting on a shelf while I do all these other things because I know that the flood of projects once I figure it out. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So I don't know enough to help you, Marvel Guy,
Right.
and we're still...
Lightburn is just a program that runs the laser printer, the laser cutter, engraver, whatever, basically. So when I'm doing my art, I usually do it in Inkscape, which is a vector graphics program, which is
like Illustrator-ish.
yeah, it's like Adobe Illustrator. It's a way of point-to-point drawing. That same type of line drawing is what Lightburn and what plotters and laser cutters use. So once it's copy and pasted onto that grid that you see in the video for Lightburn, all I have to do is move it around a little bit to make sure it fits the piece I'm cutting and go. There isn't much more to it. I don't have to retrace anything in Lightburn. It's all
Because
the
it's
tracing.
already the math lines. And when I
Yeah.
say math lines, Illustrator, instead of having pixels and dots, they have mathematic formulas for each of those lines. So it scales up no matter how big or small it is.
Yep.
So
Yep.
as long as you have the Illustrator version of the lines or the what
Or
program?
the Inkscape. That's what I like.
Inkscape.
Yeah.
But that's basically what you need is that kind of a file and not the individual pixels.
What's funny is I pay for Adobe Illustrator, but I prefer using Inkscape.
Honestly,
Which is
it's
free.
workflow.
Yeah.
It's workflow. Which workflow do you prefer? I prefer clicking here, here, and here, and then it's done, so makes sense.
Yep. And when she's talking about a math-based art program, that's versus pixel per pixel. It just made me think
Photoshop
about
and Illustrator.
Photoshop is pixel. All you're doing is you decide on the resolution you're going to have, and you're changing the colors of the individual pixels.
Or how many dots you have per line.
Yeah.
And so when you scale it up, you still only have 5 dots, but now it's all pixelated because
Right.
they're big dots as opposed to a mathematic equation that keeps it the same as it goes bigger. But
And the equation is you still have points in space with the equation is what size the arc is that goes between the two dots. And the more dots you have, the better quality of an image you end up having, right? But it's this point to this point, and mathematically this arc. So as those points move further apart to become a bigger image, that arc remains the same, and you're not getting the pixelization of blowing up an image.
yeah.
So hopefully that makes sense.
And the laser loves those lines because it knows how to follow them.
Yeah, it's actually designed to follow them. So, yep. So no, once you bring it into the Lightburn, you're pretty much ready to go. I will sometimes rescale it a little bit when I'm in Lightburn, but that's it, and that's not that big of a deal.
And that's usually once you printed, oh, that's too small, let me make it bigger.
Yep.
And it's all kind of trial and error. That doesn't look right.
Yep. Or I just need a circle, and then I'll just draw a circle in Lightburn and burn it and make a real basic shape. But anything complicated, I like the way, because you can draw directly in Lightburn, which Shopgram was trying to do at first, was just directly in the program, create the art you want to work with. I still think, personally, workflow, it's easier for me to work in Inkscape and import it into the Lightburn program. Yep.
And that is fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah. And you can also take, you can convert pixelated images into Illustrator images to create that. So it's not the end of the world. It's all in your workflow.
Yep.
Yeah. So find a YouTube video that makes sense, tutorial, follow around.
Yep.
Yeah, and then make up your own strategy.
It's just cool. Dan's offering, he's got a van to help transport stuff. I specifically got a storage unit that is very close to the shop. That also had a really good move-in deal, so I'm getting like 4 months of nearly half off, which gives me, I guess, about a 4 month. Like, I need to get this thing done in 4 months.
Can you get it over there in 4 months?
Yes, exactly. That's the bigger problem. Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. I don't know how to convey how much stuff it is.
It's way too much stuff.
Yes.
You're asking about how yours was fuzzy and mine wasn't. I don't know if it would make a difference. I also found that if you go in the direction that is rotating,
Oh yeah, no, I was doing that too.
it seems to cut down on the amount of fuzz. When
I think you're just gentler, honestly. I think I just went.
Oh, okay, that's possible.
I think I just dug into it because I am not gentle or delicate. I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to the. That's why I was like, oh no, I'm gonna screw this up because I'm just.
I want to get it done.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
So. Always wear eye protection. We're good. Okay.
And that's our screen.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hand. Yeah, this junk says, don't worry, Felicia, it's gonna get covered anyways.
Yep,
yeah,
pretty much.
It really is, so. But we still have 2 more to do.
Yeah, we do. Here I am.
Trying to make it all nice and pretty, fix all my mistakes.
No, I'm just making it rounder. Mine's a bit rounder. Yours is a kind of a rounded square. Mine's sort of rounded.
Yeah. So they're the same shape.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. Hey.
Hopefully you guys can hear us talk over this thing.
Okay. Okay. I'm like, wait, why are we going to need warm foam? Is there a difference? We're going to heat set the foam that goes over that.
Yeah.
Reading the instructions to kind of like, what are we getting into?
Yep.
Jerry King Cosplay says he can hear every word despite the buzzing and the face masks.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna read past you. Okay, we did that. So that's where this one is. Okay, we made it to here. Once you've shaped the hand grips, they will likely be a bit ugly.
Yeah. Yep. It's almost like Chris has done this before.
It's a good idea to cover them. This makes the foam much more pliable. Oh wait, it heats it, which yeah. Okay. Is there a piece for the 6mm foam that we're going to cover it in? Or do we still have to...
6?
Is it 6? Sorry, 2mm.
2. No. There isn't a piece for the 2mm foam
we
yet.
just need a piece of 2mm.
Yeah, we just need a piece.
General.
And I got a lot of... we just need the really soft craft foam. The black stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we want to use.
Then I can go grab that real quick because I actually know where that is.
All right. Good luck.
Wish me luck. It's like, oh dang. It
Don't forget your fedora and whip.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, the boulder falls on me.
Right.
You know?
Stay off the dark tiles.
You know? Does it have to be black?
No.
Good.
Just needs to be thin.
Yellow that I can reach.
That's fine. Just as it was going to be black anyway, so I was going to go to black, and I know there's some rolls of black up there. So.
Oh, there's rolls of them? I was just thinking they keep crack foam. Okay. Rolls of black. Oh, I see. My arms aren't long enough to do that.
There's not enough floor to set up a step ladder. Sorry.
Yeah, there's these spiky things in the way.
Yes, there is.
So is yellow okay?
Yeah. Or I can try and get it, which even, I may not be able to be any
No,
better.
I don't think you can. There's spiky things in the way there.
Okay.
Like, I was like, oh, I can. No.
Nope.
Nope. Nopity, nope, nope, nope. Silly winks.
Yep.
So is that another brand of craft foam?
Yeah, it's one of the store brands of craft foam.
I seriously think we need to go get all the weird brands, cut them into little squares, and then have you go, this is
Right.
the foam sommelier. This is
foam
this
tasting
is Silly
party.
Winks from Michaels. And we have...
Oh, and this is the one from Joann's.
Oh, and this is floor mat foam from... No, Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight. Yes, definitely Harbor Freight, because
$19.99. That was a good year.
Yeah, you're not entirely wrong.
It's back before they regulated the fuming agents in the polyurethane.
Right. This is back when the formaldehyde content was high.
Looks rounded.
Thank you. You don't mind that I'm
I don't give a crap as long as it looks good. You know, I'm learning.
Right.
I'm figuring it out, and I am very heavy-handed when it comes to
That's fine.
sanding. Bruno is not even afraid of the Dremel. I
That's
had
good.
the Dremel out. I had my drill out. I was cleaning mud. You know the tile mud
But yes.
off of wood floors. Anyways, I was using my drill with a scouring pad on the top. Bruno thinks power tools are fun.
That's
When
good.
a blow dryer comes out, he's like going and standing underneath, like where I'm like, no, this isn't for you.
Yeah, it is. Everything's for me. I'm Bruno.
Right? He was so confused. Like, why are you blow drying the floor? I was getting a dark spot off, but peroxide and heat
Right. Oh, okay.
to lift the color.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he was like, wait, no, that's for me. Like, why are you like avoiding me?
Yeah.
So
It's obviously for me because everything's for me.
right? Toby will go on the other side of the room away from my power tools, but Bruno's like, it's an invitation to come cuddle. Like,
So how does Spooky feel about power tools?
he's indifferent.
That's amazing.
Like, he will go away, but he doesn't leave. Like, he stays nearby.
Okay.
Like, when I'm running the shop vac, he will not be around it, but when it's off, he'll sit on it. Or once I've been, like, using it for a bit, he'll come and sit on the shop vac while I'm using it.
Okay.
So, Spooky is just a cat, and sometimes he gives a shit and sometimes he doesn't, you know? But yeah, Toby does not like power tools, and Bruno absolutely loves them. He thinks it's like, oh, let's get a treat now. Oh, it's noon!
Yep.
Time to lift
Already.
our friends over.
Ice cream, Ghostbusters, fun, safe. That, and then there's this.
Yeah, that one's significantly quieter than the one I was using
Okay.
last week. going to do this, however. The barrier. I have a cup of coffee over here and just
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I've learned my lesson because from last week, boy.
Oh, is it still full of
dust?
All right.
Well, it was empty. It's just now full of dust is all. But it's to be expected.
It's to be expected.
We were grinding black foam.
Yep.
Part of me was like, I should wear all white so you guys could see the amount of dust.
Not gonna lie, part of the reason I wear black a lot.
Right? That's why I wore black last week, because I'm like, we're gonna be grinding this. It's just gonna turn into a dust craziness. And it did. Yeah. So we let new people in. We have Strictly Games here saying howdy. James Allen's here saying hi all. Got the adventure of Alex Stoner. Hey Odin, how are you doing, bro?
Hello, doing okay, Alex?
And Jen Sadowski, sorry, screwed up your name, says, what's up, gang? We're here. We might not be here for a full show today. We're gonna probably end around 1-ish, but we are here. We are making progress. You look like you have the black lung.
I got black lung for sure.
Well, it blends in because you're wearing all black, so you don't really see how dusty it is, but it makes me think of Zoolander going, I think I have the black lung. Anyway, sorry.
It's all right.
Adventures of Alex Stoner. Hi, Felicia. I love your heart-shaped dress you have on. Thank you. Cheeseaholic here, 42. Welcome, everyone.
You need to change sides?
Oh, yeah. Here.
I can get more dust over your food over here.
Oh, hi, Bruno. I have a Bruno.
Nice.
Jointimus Prime.
Jointimus Prime.
Jontimus. Jontim.
Okay.
Jontimus. I can butcher anybody's name.
Yes.
Prime 84, because there's like 83 others.
There's 83 others.
Hello everyone, just wanted to let you know I used your DK barrel template and made me a D&D Mimic dice tower.
Oh wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Right? It's a great little template. It's a blank slate, you know?
Yeah.
Marvel guy was saying that he liked your Tommy guns.
Oh,
that
thank you.
wasn't for some kind of parade.
Yep.
And that was the same thing that barrel was for, wasn't it?
Yes, it was actually. Both were for that parade. Because they were runners or whatever. They were prohibition.
Yeah.
Whiskey barrels, that was it.
Whiskey barrels. Austin Lips, hi Odin and Felicia. Today with Odin, what did I miss?
Everything!
We started grinding.
Again.
More of the handle pieces. Except for Odin cleaned up the one that I did, so now it looks like he did it. So it looks much better. No, I'm learning. I'm just way more heavy-handed. He's much more delicate and fine-tuned, and I just kind of go for it.
But from what I remember, you were better at soldering right off the bat than I was.
Yeah, but you also have a lot of experience sanding, and I can count on one hand the amount of foam objects that I've actually had to Dremel.
Fair enough.
So, I'm learning, but also I can appreciate that you know what you're doing, and it's going to look better if you do it. For this part.
For this part.
For this part.
For the part that looks ugly, it doesn't matter. No, it's all good. Yeah. I'm trying to have fun.
We got Kevin Meeker, 4L. Hi, Odin and Felicia. Happy Sunday from
Quebec?
Tucson, or is it Tuscan?
Tucson.
Tucson. I know. I've never actually seen it written out. Arizona. Well, welcome from Tucson, Arizona. My friend just moved to Arizona.
Yes.
Yesterday.
You talked about that. Almost on a whim. Not quite.
No, but it's just one of those things, like my best friend called me up and going, so I'm moving to Arizona. But She's gonna be A-okay. She's gonna have fun. It's like a 6-month thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
She just did it yesterday.
Have fun, summertime in Arizona.
Well, I hear they have very good air conditioning.
Yeah, I bet they do, actually.
Everything's air conditioned in Arizona. And here we don't really air condition as much, and because we're not always in those.
Much. Yeah.
It's yeah. I'm going to move my phone out of
That's fine.
the space.
Out of the splash zone of...
The dust zone. This is... Everything's dusty. Yes. I have been dealing with dust, but I definitely love my shop vac.
Good.
Yeah. Shop vac is very important to keeping things clean, and I like that it can do wet and dry.
Yeah.
Makes the biggest difference in the world.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Sorry that, this is likely all that's going to happen today is a lot of grinding.
Well, we're going to see what we can do.
We'll just be leveling up the whole stream.
No worries. It's just a short stream.
Yeah.
A short stream. So...
Oh, here's something fun we get to talk about.
What?
So we're here this week. So in 2 weeks, it'll be the 19th, right? Because that's what math works out to be. I don't think I'm going to be available to stream on the 19th.
Okay.
Would you like to try and do one immediately next week, or do you want to go all the way to the end of the month with the 26th?
Honestly, it's up to you. You have
Okay.
everything crazy going on right now.
That's true.
So it's like what works with your schedule.
What's
And
the
the
schedule?
20th, I have a big project starting. So
Oh, okay.
that day, I know is going to be crazy.
Right, Monday the 20th.
So I don't know exactly what the crazy is going to entail, but I do know that that is going to begin 5 weeks of craziness.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
Okay.
I know things are weird right now, like
They are.
so. Yeah. My question,
Yes.
because we are going to cover these in this phone.
Yes.
This reminds me of fondant.
In a
Or
way,
cake.
this is exactly what's happening.
So you're going to heat it up and then you're going to smoosh it over, or do you use any adhesive? Or do you kind of heat it and smoosh it at the same time?
You heat it and smush it and get it close, and then with an adhesive, make it stick better.
Okay.
So, but there's definitely a heating element that happens before there's glue, as far as I remember. At least that's the way I've done it in the past. I am totally happy to watch and see what Chris's recommendations are, because that's, I think, way better explained in the video than it is in print.
Oh, really?
However, his written instructions are awesome.
They are, aren't they? Yes. Everything is dusty.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, I knew what I was getting into.
Oh, that's good.
Cheesaholic, this stream is such a grind, LOL. Gentimus Prime shot the video on his channel, so, of making the Donkey Kong
Oh, sweet.
barrel dice tower, so his little converted version of yours.
Oh, nice.
Video.
Excellent. That's cool.
Right? Ralph Moore saying, hey, Odin Makes and Felicia and all in chat.
Hello, Ralph.
Marvel guy, I hope your mother does well. We got Tony Vera. Hola de Argentina. So we
Oh.
have Tony from Argentina. Welcome. Schultz Division's here.
Schultz.
And Craig Waters says, missed you, Odin.
Hello, Craig.
He's a burnout. He is very not happy of me leaving him down here, but you are not wearing your face mask.
Right. Or eye
And
protection.
your eye protection. So, you kind of have to stay away from this. He doesn't seem to care. He's like,
No. I'm being held. That's all I want.
Right? There you go, the Bruno. No, don't want to wear them. Well, if you want to be up here, you have to wear your glasses, okay, Bruno? Yeah, you're just more delicate than I am.
Okay.
You are very much more delicate.
I'm delicate.
Yeah, I'm very heavy-handed, always have been. Brute force.
Get it done.
Yeah. SDM Production says from Santa Rosa, California. Love your show.
Well, hello, SCN Productions.
Welcome from Santa Rosa, California.
Santa Rosa, California.
I love it over there. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Jerry Can Cosplay still here, just editing me at the same time.
That's
he doesn't
awesome.
multitask very well, but I don't think any of us really do. That's why it takes us extra long to get through this project. While we talk, craft, and distract each other.
Well, I very quickly felt that the talking and answering questions and interacting with all of you was more important than getting something built. As far as the live stream goes.
Alright, Tony Vero says, get it. Una consola como
That's all you.
The thing is I'm better at reading Spanish than I am at speaking it, but I'm like not able to do it live because of the pressure.
Yes. Well, as I set up all these different camera angles, and what I'm grinding isn't on any one of them.
That's because it's more natural to do it right here than it is to do it here for the camera.
It is.
It just makes logical sense. Do you want it done well? Or do you want it done showcased? Well, we showcased these last week, so it's not like it just needs to get done at this point. And I'm not helping. I could help.
No, that's fine. You are helping. You're interacting and talking. It's great. You are actually helping. And the it's fine wasn't a dismissive off of your skills.
No, I know. I was.
Yes. As soon as you laughed, I'm like, oh, that sounded great. That's not what I meant.
Yeah. Steve D, is Toby with you as well today? No, he's not, and he's very upset that he is not. I was going to leave them both at home because I was just like, I don't know if I should bring them today. And Toby didn't come downstairs when I called, and Bruno was being extra insistent, so I was like, fine, come on, let's go, Bruno. And I'm not down the street, and I get a phone call going, yes, I have Toby. Yes, I have Bruno. Toby's crying. He's upset. He knows what happened. He has hurt feelings. So Toby's watching this from home, and he knows. But Bruno is here, and Toby is at home. But that's because he was being lazy. Adventures of Alex Stoner. Felicia, your puppy's so cute. Yeah, he can be, can't he?
He is visually cute.
Right? I love him.
Yeah.
I really do. But
he's a really good dog. He's really easy to complain about, but he's a really good dog.
Strict Aphid wants to know, where are you working at, Odin? What? Department of Water Resources.
Oh,
what are you doing now that you're not making as many videos?
Gotcha. That's what he's asking for. Sorry, yes. I work for the video department with the Department of Water Resources. I have an exciting job. But what's nice is I actually share pictures of some things I do on Discord. What's exciting is I get to shoot a lot of drone footage of water and infrastructure stuff I don't normally get to go and do. Big machines, big structures. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's not all very cool, but you know.
Obito Edis, sorry, I can screw up anybody's name, says hello.
Hello.
And Miss Mary Mac is here. Hi, Miss Mary Mac.
Hello. Wow, that was a big noise.
Well, he's been meowing like the cat lately.
Ah, he's learning the cat. Okay.
Yeah.
He's learning to speak cat.
Yeah, so he's been meowing. That
Okay.
he was meowing at us to get attention.
All right. Worked.
That's funny. I ignore it, so I wasn't even noticing he was making it. Anyways. Yeah, see, he's been meowing.
All right.
He is meowing.
He is meowing.
TV says at least Toby has Spooky for company.
Yes.
They do really enjoy each other's company. I think Bruno and Spooky get along. They play more often.
Okay.
Like, Bruno will try and get the cat to play with him by throwing his ball across the room and then stealing it back from the cat.
Okay.
Toby just feels like it's a win if Spooky cuddles him. Because Spooky will be like on the same bed as him, and then they'll start getting closer. And then getting closer. And then they're cuddling. But they don't talk to each other. Where Bruno and Spooky will fight. They'll play.
Right. Yeah,
like,
that's totally Toby.
Toby just wants cuddles, and when he tries to play, he's too heavy-handed. Yeah. Thank you, Schultz Division. Oh, remember to leave a like on the stream.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. All hail the algorithm. Offered up the sever hand of light. Nimblers, how old are Toby and Bruno? Toby's
A
almost
millennia.
10. Toby's almost 10. And Bruno? I don't know how old Bruno is. My sister got him from Gypsies at Walmart.
Oh, okay.
And he jumped a few places before Toby decided that he needed him in his family.
Yeah, sounds like Toby.
Yeah, Toby adopted Bruno, and I don't know how old he is. Stop meowing.
It's awesome.
He's just sitting there, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's leaning up against you. His feet are outstretched, up against Felicia's leg, meowing. I don't know where he learned this behavior from.
Right? And Spooky, he is going to be a year in March. No, April. The first week of April.
He's going to be a year in a year. No.
April Fools.
Oh, yeah, huh. Perfect.
So, that cat, Spooky, was born on April Fools. So, Cheeseaholic, the like button has been smashed.
Thank you, Cheese. Such a good cheese.
Danda's junk. Bruno meows. Does Spooky bark? Spooky does have some doggy behaviors. He does pant. He does do that sneeze thing when there's play fighting. And he does wiggle his tail. He does understand and speak dog when he has to, but he doesn't bark. Yeah, he definitely communicates with Bruno and Toby.
Oh, we can't do it on the 25th. We have to do it next week. Okay, good.
So we'll be back next week?
We'll be back next week, and then we won't be back on again until March. Because I'm not available on the 19th or the 25th.
Okay.
I'm going to be at Stockton Con.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Anything fun happening at Stockton Con?
Setting up a booth, hanging out with Fire for Hire, the Zombie Prevention Squad, and yeah. Otherwise, just having a booth.
Okay. Well, I was wondering, like, is there anything exciting going on at Stockton Con? Like last time they had, at SAC Anime, they had the people from Airbender.
I don't know who the guests are. I don't look.
Fair enough, fair enough. Banda's Junk says, I actually saw a cat being walked on the leash once. It was bizarre.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Spooky doesn't like leaving his pack. Like, when we go somewhere new, he stays right where we are and goes, explores, comes back. Like, he checks in. Like, he doesn't wander off too far before he comes back. But, ultimately, he likes to be, he's a homebody. He doesn't like to leave the house.
Okay.
But he has free reign inside and outside, and so. Dan just says, I'll mostly be at Stockton Con too, probably just Saturday. Are you coming all dressed up? Oh, nice. Advixen. Oh, man, new job just started. Well, at least there's Discord.
Yep.
And you can always catch us on the replay. So, but welcome.
Welcome.
Ethan Gaming USA says hello. Hello, Ethan Gaming USA. Cheesaholic says, I saw a cat barking until it realized it was caught and instantly switched to meowing. Right? What I think is hilarious is Toby and Bruno will be watching the front window, keeping an eye on what's going on. Spooky will go out there and they'll be like, look, it's spooky. And then he'll go and disappear. And while they're like all captivated trying to find Spooky, he'll come up behind him and be like, what are we looking at? And they're like, we're looking at Spooky. And he'll be like, okay, we're looking at Spooky.
Yeah, I believe this.
It is the cutest thing. It just makes me laugh. So, my cats and dogs get along, which makes me happy.
Yeah. That's not a guaranteed thing. So that's good.
Well, I told him it had to be,
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, you need your eye protection. There's your little glasses. Don't be up here, you have to have your eyes. Okay? Safety first, Bruno. Safety first.
He's the only one.
We got our glasses on.
Okay, he does.
If I could put a little face mask over him, I would, but I don't know how he would fit in one.
Right.
Okay.
I'm getting asked technical questions.
Technical questions. Can you think and grind at the same time?
Hell no! Alrighty.
Ugh.
Right. So, one of the plans with the shop remodel that I've been wanting to do for a really long time is yeah, thank you.
You got it all over your face too.
Oh, do I? All right.
There you go.
Well, it's not gonna. I'm not done.
No, I know.
I think I got caught up being asked questions. I've got this counter behind me that you can probably mostly see, and underneath it is a bunch of open space. And this is way overbuilt. This is 4x4 with 2x4 and heavy duty plywood on top of it. So I really don't plan on removing this. Plus, it's kind of part of the set.
And it's convenient.
And it's very convenient. So there's spaces down here that, again, I don't think you can see on camera. And I got junk behind me. What I want to do is take those Ryobi, they're milk crates, but they're not. They're an open crate designed to fit with a pack-out system. And I want to make drawers out of them.
Don't they have drawers?
Well, now they have pack-out things that have drawers. So it's the boxes. Instead of that open up like a giant toolbox, they have parts drawers that come out of them, which is really cool. I want to get some of those too. But for this, I thought with all the individual Ryobi tools, glue guns and things, if this was a drawer that opened up and had the stuff in it and then could close again, it'd be much better than the crap pile that it is now.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. That's the goals, right?
That's the goals. So I'm being asked what size drawer pool do I want. It really all depends on how deep it is, which I think it was 22 inches? No, it's like 29 at the wall, so it's as deep as a door.
The biggest one that will fit.
Yeah, which I think is 18 I think is what we can get.
Are you measuring the crates that you have out there?
Yep, because I can get to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're 22 deep.
I felt the cold air with that door open. It is such a little refrigerator. Like, it's so...
It's so much
It's a crypt in here, like you described.
It's a crypt! Oh, welcome to Odin's Crypt. Yeah, so let me answer this. What length of drawer slide do we need? How many do I need? I want 8 total.
1, 2,
4 pair.
5. Okay, I can see it getting there.
And 16 to 22 travel. Because I know they only come in certain sizes, and I can be guaranteed to get like 22 inches. You know, it may only be 16.
It's whichever one's the closest one to those measurements without going over. Makes sense. Yeah. Spike 2022 or 2220 says, "Hey Odin and Felicia, I need to invest in some Ryobi goodies."
Yes.
You know, the 2 tools that I use the most out of all that I have, my drill and my glue gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The drill, oh my gosh, I've used it for everything that I've had to do handy.
Yep.
My dad's like, "Ooh, this is a nice drill." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I use a lot of these tools.
Yeah, you do. You got your heat gun, because...
Now we're going to plug Ryobi. Hey, I've got my battery-operated Ryobi heat gun. I've got the battery-operated Ryobi glue gun. And this is our favorite because the base is where the battery goes that's not visible. And that is separate from the glue gun itself, where you can then apply hot glue to the dog. So this is actually... It fits my hand. It's lightweight. It holds the heat really well. So out of the 3 glue guns that they offer, this is still my favorite.
Right. I don't know. The right tool for the job makes it significantly easier. And as somebody who will do the job no matter what,
right?
Maker's gonna make.
Yep.
Having the right tool makes life so much easier. And then I've been enjoying having battery operated.
Yeah, not tripping over cords, not having cords drag across your project has been a really nice thing. Sorry I didn't give you a little warning there.
No worries. Bruno's safe now. He's good. He got his glasses on. Steve D says we all love the Ryobi goodies. It's because you can appreciate. Haven't you all struggled on these weird tasks? And then it just goes so much smoother when you have the right tool. It's just Bruno.
Oh.
There you go. You lost your glasses there for a second.
Yeah, it's funny. There's been many times I've been amused by specialized tools until I use the specialized tools for the task it's designed for. Oh, okay. I get it.
Right? What I hate is I'm just my arms are tired. I'm sanded by hand, and then I just come in and it's like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danda's junk. I'm holding my noisy cricket glue gun right now.
It's exciting. Dan's working on a beam saber for his Gundam suit, last I heard. Hopefully that isn't a secret, but Dan made an awesome Death Scythe Gundam suit. This is much like the style that Joe and I put together for him. So please check out Dan Does Junk's YouTube, and you can see the build of this full costume. And he's currently working on more accessories for it, which is really cool. Yeah.
Aw, Ethan Gaming USA. Bruno looks cute with glasses, doesn't he? He's so used to me dressing up, he doesn't even care. Danda's junk with drawers, it'll be a covered crap pile instead of an exposed crap pile.
Yep.
Well, that's what a basket is for. It contains the mess and looks fancy. If you put it in a basket, you're decorative. If you put it in an ugly box, you're just putting it out to the side.
Yeah.
You know?
One of the things I really wanted to do, and why I want to use the Ryobi milk crates, is they'll be removable. They'll lock in place on the drawer pulls, which will just be kind of like a cutting board, like a flat surface. But there's the way they connect. I can make those connect to that drawer pull, so they're a secure drawer, and then I can just press the button and lift the entire milk crate out and walk away with it.
And the reason that this is such a big deal is because when you have to pack up and be on set or be at a con,
Or just, yeah.
When you have to take your tools out of the shop and work elsewhere, which is great when you have portable tools.
Right.
But having the whole system portable and you don't have to repack or clean, it's just the whole system comes. It makes it easier.
And I think it'd make it easier to clean because I can set it at the table and clean it and put it back.
Yeah.
I'm not bent over trying to deal with it.
Right? You put it away, you don't put it down.
Yeah.
And you make the away easy and accessible.
I've been learning that slowly.
That is my mantra. I keep telling myself, put it away, don't put it down. Throw it in the garbage, don't just put it down. You know, if I do that while I'm crafting, I don't have to clean up my mess when I'm done.
It helps a lot. It's a goofy thing. And I've actually had people in Hollywood, of all places, tell me, thank you for this idea. Here's my work surface. I made sure my table is tall enough that my trash can fits underneath it. And all of my trash just goes in it because it's right here. I haven't even moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we're on set, I tie a little plastic bag right next to my station. So all my garbage goes right into the garbage and not down.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to clean up because I'm lazy and my job usually has to clean up the whole thing before I leave.
Yeah. So. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to break my thought with what I'm doing to walk over to the trash can and get rid of something or deal with a pile that I made, which I still make a lot of piles, but deal with a pile that I made. Yeah.
Pulling out the trash, dumping in the pile, it's gone, reclaimed, is significantly easier. So having a organized craft space mentally frees up your mind to work on the craft and not on the space.
Yep.
Because when things are overwhelming, how can you be creative sometimes? I do it anyways, but...
Yeah, I haven't been, and I haven't been for months.
Right?
Because I've been overwhelmed for multiple reasons.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, one more side.
Joey to Miss Prime 84 says this weekend I'll be at Missouri Comic Con. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Dan is going to be wearing his suit.
Good.
And he is going to be tall.
Yes, he is.
Muddy 1052 says, "Hi Odin, been busy but good to see you."
Hello Muddy, good to see you again. Good to hear from you.
Rick the Goat Grind says, "Hi." Hi Rick the Goat. Things just jumped so I don't know where we are in the conversation.
Okay. We're at the point where we say hello to you too.
Yeah. Dan just says, "Yep, I keep a 5-gallon bucket under my work table."
Yep, yeah, that's a good one.
Right, just a trash.
I literally take a 5-gallon bucket for trash at the cons.
Yeah. Dixon says, background red Lego. Please tell me that's new. Is it the mold?
Oh, it looks like a mold. Yeah, no, that's
Those are molds from his favorite maker.
Yeah, those are molds from Evil Ted that were on sale at Michael's. I don't think Michael's carries them anymore.
Yeah. What's really nice is you can fill them up with hot glue or other stuff and make all sorts of cool nifty knobs and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend hot glue, but you can use it.
Yeah, hot glue's fine.
Right.
They're just silicone molds.
Okay, these are 2 interesting questions back to back.
Okay. Bismarck and size 14.
Okay. Gary Scott, hi. Wondering when you will be doing just an ordinary prop foam build.
Yep.
And Chase Hokill says, tips on how to beat YouTube burnout.
Yeah, good luck on that one. So I thought I would have an ordinary foam prop build video out already, and I don't. Definitely want that to happen. I definitely want to have those coming out again. I've got a few that are shot. I've been saying this for months, which is a problem. And at this point, since I'm going to be tearing the shop up...
mentally, you're not going to have the capacity to edit.
No, I might be able to edit, but I'm not going to have the capacity to spend the time to be in the shop to do it. Because literally, putting out a video is a full-time job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
We had a team of people for Smosh.
Yeah, we did. And I don't necessarily need a team, but...
But it was still a whole production.
Still help. Yeah. So, yeah, do I want to? Yes. Yes, I really do, actually. Believe it or not, I like putting out videos. I enjoy the creative process. I enjoy the problem-solving process. I enjoy the interaction I get from putting a video out. And as far as tips for how to avoid burnout, don't overpromise. I decided to go weekly because, hey, you know, it's a full-time job. I can do this full-time. I can put them out weekly. Yep, that was burning out. That was too much for me to handle, even with it being a full-time job and being almost the only one doing it. I had help. I would get help about half the time or 2/3 of the time. I would have someone help me edit. I would get help with people being in the shop and giving me company, as well as some on-screen help. I had a number of people come in and give me pointers and help with just being here in the shop. But still, when it came down to it, doing 80 plus hours a week to get a video out was just killing me. And so, sorry that I'm trying to kind of get over that a little bit. I pretty much am, I think, but now my shop space is showing the signs of not being used and becoming a catch-all.
You dug a hole.
I dug a hole, yeah.
Right. Gary Scott says, I only asked as my daughter loves them and misses them at bedtime.
Yeah.
So.
Hello to your daughter. I'm very sorry. Sorry there has been something new.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually.
We got Stefan Keller saying hello from Germany. Well, hello in Germany.
Hello, Stefan.
What time is it in Germany right now?
It should be a bit later than... So Germany's going to be, what, probably 10 hours ahead? So it's going to be, what, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., 11 p.m.?
Interesting. It's interesting being here on this side because it's like we're the last to have the evening, you know, last part of the day, almost. Advixen says, make a 1-minute video where you make a foam doormat to announce the studio change. I feel like that would still get complicated.
I would make it complicated.
Yeah.
So the YouTube shorts and like TikTok videos are great because they're short, but the amount of effort to make something doesn't go down just because the runtime of the video did. I wish the two would correlate.
Interesting. Danda's Junk says, but I do appreciate what you've done. My Gundam wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for your videos.
Oh, awesome. Dan, your Gundam is awesome. And I love the improvements you made over what Joe and I did. Like the way you did your eyes. That was, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Joe and I looking at going, do we want to make a new head?
Yeah. Stephen Keller says it is 21:30. That is.
Oh, okay.
Military
It's only 9:30.
Okay.
So it's not that much later. Nice. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the time zones are.
Dan Junk says, looking back, that's pretty crazy, Odin, since I understand the video making process.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan does.
Right?
So does Jerry, who's editing right now.
Oh.
I am fully on board with the idea, I don't quite want to say fantasy, with the idea and plan of improving the shop and improving the creative space and improving the fact that having a better news space will improve creativity. I'm just so resentful towards getting there. That's the thing that's really hard.
Yeah, getting over your own attitude. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting done.
Gazoot tight, yes. Whew.
Yeah.
I know, it's the dust. I know we're on all the protection, but
well, these.
I think I have these left now.
Well, you're not too far off with this phone.
Right. Looking good.
Yeah. Do we have a?
That would be camera 4, 2, or 3. What's that one? That is camera.
This camera. This is 4. So you just hit cut and it'll go right to that.
There you go.
So there's those. So we got 4 now that are to this level rounded off. Now we got to make the inside rounded so it fits over the pipe. Unless we want to jump to a different step.
No.
But hey, I'm at 40 minutes after, so it took 20 minutes to do each one. That makes me feel pretty good. That's
no, you got through them pretty quickly.
It's not so bad, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's here's something else that's a mental block for me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about any of you, but this idea of I have to make 4 of something and it's all the same. Oh my gosh, it's going to take so long because there's 4 of them I got to make. I really have to struggle with that mentally. I don't know about you, but to look
Honestly,
at it, go.
I kind of don't mind chunking them because I do 1 to figure out what I'm going to mistakes.
Okay.
And then I do the other 3 together.
Okay.
And they go way faster.
Yeah.
But I've also have a lot of assembly line experience and have to do in multiples.
Right.
The luxury of only doing 1.
Is.
So it's not something I super dread because it's just a fact
Fair
at this
enough.
point. But I understand and I get it. But also I go, okay, let me screw up 1.
Right.
And then it'll be easier on the rest of them.
Steve is a little bit like that. Steve, SKS Props, who's currently working on a really cool superhero chest armor.
Red Hood? No.
Yeah, I think specifically he's doing Red Hood or Nightwing. It's Red Hood, isn't it? It's Red Hood's chest armor.
I'm not an expert in any of that. I just have watched him on social media.
But Steve is really good at doing a prototype, cutting it out freehand, figuring out what his sizes are, figuring out what his shapes are, and then makes a pattern on the computer and then cuts it out again to the pattern and creates a finished product. And his stuff looks great. I don't have the patience to do that.
It makes a huge difference when
really
you're
does.
sewing if you make a muslin or a fabric, like a version out of a cheaper, crappier fabric, so you can make all your mistakes, figure out the fitting, tweak it, and then cut it out of your right fabric or correct fabrics. It makes the biggest difference in the whole wide world on the quality of your stuff, but I hate doing that. And I don't like wasting my my muslins.
Right.
So often I will just make myself multiples. Like I have 4 jumpsuits because I wanted to figure out the pattern before I cut this vintage fabric that I had that I absolutely love because I only had so much of it.
And you're not going to get any more.
Right. So I made it out of black. It wasn't quite right. So then I made it out of this rainbow stripe and so I tweaked it. So I have like 4 of them and they're all different. And I finally cut it out of my right fabric and I realized that the fabric that I had only had a 1-way stretch and not a 4-way stretch like the other fabrics I was using. So it still technically fits, but it's like I need like a 1/2 inch in the strap length. If that makes any sense. Yeah, because it's a jumpsuit.
So now you need to add like this power stripe up your arm or something.
Or I could add a belt. Or it is just this measurement that's just slightly off because it wasn't as much stretch as in all the other ones that I worked with. But it makes a big difference if you can just take the time to make a prototype. But prototypes are expensive, they're annoying, and if you're doing all this effort, you want a nice one. And I get it.
Yeah.
So it depends on if I'm making it for me or someone else.
It's just a mental block.
Yeah. That's why I loved hand sewing at work because it's like I'm getting paid to hand sew and take my time and do the thing well. But when I'm hand sewing for myself, I just want it done.
Right.
Because, I already want the project. I don't want... The joy is not always in the journey, okay?
No, it's not.
Cheeseaholic said, "It's Red Hood. I'm going to use this pattern to make my own." That's awesome. He did I genuinely appreciate his chest armor. Like, we did his Dragon Ball one. Very well fitting, easy to understand, great patterns.
Great patterns.
So
we were able to size it down and tweak it very easily. Yeah.
And his Red Hood pattern could totally be slightly tweaked, and you can turn it into a Roman soldier.
Yeah.
Because it has the abs, it has the shape, you do it out of the foam, you spray it in a silver, and then you have those Easter Roman soldiers that we would always rent at Decades.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Easter Roman soldiers?
So,
I guess, huh?
Working at the costume shop, we'd have different seasons, and the Roman soldiers were always rented during Halloween because it's fun to be in a 6-pack. soldier costume, and then couple's costume, Mark Anthony, Cleopatra. So Halloween was a go-to, but surprisingly, during Easter, our Roman soldiers would completely rent out depending on the week because productions would come in and do.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because you need the Roman soldiers to nail Jesus Christ up to a tree. That makes sense.
So yeah. Working in a costume shop, I'm like, oh, I could use that pattern for this. It don't work there anymore. The costume shop does not exist, but the costumer in me still goes, oh.
All right. I think he even talked about this in the video where to cut some out just to cut down on the amount of dust that's going to be created.
Yeah, because then we have to cover this in the sandpaper too then.
Yeah.
But yes, I trust you.
Well, I'm just going to try to reduce the amount of material that's just going to turn into crap in our lungs. Our black lung, which, you keep joking about Zoolander. You know what black lung is and what it's from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the coal miners. His dad was a coal miner, and
that's right.
He goes and visits his family in the coal mines, and he had one day of pretending to have hard work, and he's like, I have the black lung. Right. And so that's what it kind of reminds me of. I'm like sneezing, going, I have the black lung. I just feel like Zoolander.
Okay. Yep.
So, yes, I get it, and it is kind of a tasteless joke, but...
Yeah, most are, so that's whatever.
Yes.
This is one of those I was kind of wondering. It's like, you keep making the joke from the movie. It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
It's me and my friends, those running jokes, like eventually the Zoolander, have the black lung, is also one of those that we would tease each other with. Danda's Junk says, I thought you were going to cover it in 2mm foam before cutting it out of the channel for the pipe. I thought we were going to make it all the curved surface first.
Dan's probably right. I've only got a couple of cuts so far.
So
I remember talking about that right now it's mashable. Yeah, Dan, thanks. I'm just thinking about what I need to do and not what order I need to do.
Order of operations matters.
Yeah, it does.
I'm going to hand you this end and plug this in, and we're just going to quickly... Is this even...
Is it on? Is this thing on?
Have you seen Crockway on YouTube? I have not.
Crockway?
Crockway.
Yes. I don't know it that well, but yes.
I have not. Ace says, nice catch, Dan. Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
For knowing enough to know that... to question Odin. At this point, I'm just like, I trust his technique. That I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing any better.
No, I appreciate that, you're...
Turn it off.
Oh, not quite.
Okay. Sinister Props is asking, hey Odin, I forgot to ask you, are you coming down to RocketCon? I thought I saw you on the event list.
That one's fun. No, I'm not going to be at RocketCon. They never asked me to come down this year, and they copy and pasted the event list from last year. So I keep trying to double check that. But if you look, I know the event list is copy and pasted because they still talk about how they're going to have the all the power. Go ahead. We're still talking about how they're going to have all the... That's just Power 1. There you go. They're still going to have all the Power Rangers talking with one another. They're going to have the whole group of Power Rangers, including Carla, who played... Who's the villain? The main one? Rita. The one who played Rita. I didn't watch Power Rangers. So the actress...
I totally did. I used to get grounded from it, and it worked.
It's all right. I get it. Anyway, so she's still on the event list as speaking as well, and she's not on the guest list. So all they've done is copy and pasted, or they have it updated from last year's event list. I've never been contacted about going. I don't blame them because I spilled glue on the carpet, so why would you want me back? And I showed up late. I was just not, it was, it's fine. So no, I'm not going, sorry.
As of now, they have not asked.
No, and at this point I can't go because it's too late. It's like, I think it's the 18th and the 19th, I think, isn't it? I can't remember what date it is, but it's real soon, and I'm pretty sure I'm booked for that weekend already for something else.
Gary Scott says, "Worry not, Odin. Your makes are amazing. Do such a good job of explaining things that we literally watched every video of yours multiple times. Laser cutting or knife, which do you prefer?"
Oh, that's a great question.
Depends on if you have the mental capacity before or after you've already started.
Right. Both take a lot of time. One is more computer time, but both take, the sit down and cut out a whole bunch of stuff by hand, or to figure out what the art's going to be and have the laser cut it up for you. There isn't a time save. I've seen makerspaces. Oh, I can cut that out in 10 seconds. Well, yeah, you can, but it takes 5 hours to set up that cut.
But then if you take those 5 hours to make that cut, you can cut out 100 of them with...
Exactly. And it all depends on how quickly I want to get it done. I'm not afraid to cut up by hand. I don't mind it. I've done it a lot. It's not hard. But I really still get a big kick out of the... Not perfection, the... What is it? What's the word for how... Not specific, not perfection, not precise is the word I'm looking for, of a cut I can get with the laser, and how they're always 90 degrees. I dig that.
Right? It looks really pretty and well done. When it's like laser cutted versus our hand cut, there is a difference. It does look way more professional, but that's not going to stop me from doing it with a knife because I have a knife in my hand and access to the laser cutter at the moment. Screw the laser cutter. I'm just going to cut it out. It is... Maker's going to make.
Yep. Maker's going to make. Just going to get this... Just going to get it done.
The right tool for the job makes it significantly easier, and sometimes the wrong tool I'm going to use anyways.
Well, I don't think there's ever anything wrong with using your hand and a good razor knife. I think that's...
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah. So...
I was going to say I would still use a butter knife if I had to. I'm that bad. Right. I want to make this happen. I'm still at home, but you're not. Anyways, not saying that, but I'm just saying. I
just got these bad visions of cutting foam with a plastic, cafeteria knife. Anyway.
Hey, I need this cut.
Yeah. If there's another way I can clean it up, okay.
Well, on set sometimes, the horrors of not having the right tool. Anyways.
So many horrors on set. If any of you are looking at aspiring and wondering what would be the best thing to start with, absolutely, just use a razor knife. Your razor knife, and I like a metal straight edge because I don't cut it, so like a way of making a straight line, and it broke.
Yeah, I was going to say these ones with the long blades, they're cheap, you keep them sharp.
Yeah.
You broke one. That's okay.
That's what the little clippy on the end finally gave out after like 2 years of using a cheap one from Amazon. This wasn't even a...
And I clipped it back on.
Yeah. It's the...
The putting the thing in,
It's the thing that holds the blade in. Yeah. Broke. But that little razor knife that I've been using was part of like a $9 set with a ton of stuff I got from Amazon. Used it till it broke. It took 3 years. Worth it. So out of the razor knives, which ones do I prefer? I do prefer the smaller blade, the 9mm wide blades. So these little, like, not quite half-inch blades.
The thin, long ones make clean, sharp, better cuts. I've seen you use them.
Yeah.
Camera
Is this going to be
2?
on something? Sure.
So
this is the... I know it's really far away, but this is the 9mm blade versus the 18mm blade. And what you can't see easily on the camera is not only is it thinner this way, it's thinner this way. And so it cuts through the foam easier because these blades are usually a little bit thinner than these. In fact, I'm looking at it going, but they look the same. No, they're not the same because there's 2 of them here. So they're half the size, so you're dragging less material through your foam. They are considerably thinner. So yeah, this size is my favorite.
Yeah, so. And that's an easy tool to get your hands on.
Yeah.
And it makes accessing foam smithing significantly
easier.
More accessible to the masses because power tools aren't always the most accessible. Nope. And sometimes, like I said, it's not going to keep me from making things.
Power tools, if you know how you're using them and how you're going to use them, power tools can make the job faster. But I can build almost everything I've done in the shop almost without using power tools. Yep.
Yes. Iona says, Bruno, behave. I've been ignoring him, so
yeah, sorry.
Sorry if he's being annoying. Advixen says, I don't trust those doggone machines. Less fumes, too.
Yeah.
Oh, the burning. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It has the smell, doesn't it?
It has the smell. It has the high level of UV light that's radiating and bouncing off everything.
The very first thing I cut out with the laser cutter, it burned.
Yeah, burn the
marshmallows.
crap out of stuff.
It reminded me of burnt marshmallows, but it did not smell like burnt marshmallows.
But that was a learning experience, and have figured out that white foam is actually hard to burn with a UV laser because it doesn't collect the heat the way the black materials do. It reflects too much light. So clear materials and white materials and light colored materials are harder to etch on and harder to cut with these low power lasers, these diode lasers. That's the word I'm looking for. Than the darker foams. And so whatever.
We learned.
Yep.
We burned the things.
Burn.
And the fish tank pump makes
the fish tank.
the world of difference in using the lighter foams and stuff because it cools it off as it's burning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fish tank pump. So if you're going to be using a laser, if there's any way you can have an air-cooled at the laser point. What it's doing is it's forcing air through a small tube right to the point of impact of the laser. This actually reduces flames, even though you're blowing air on it, and it reduces scorching. I get a finer cut in foam because the foam is cooled as it's being cut, as opposed to not using the air, and I get more separation like using a heat gun on it.
Yeah, it's because it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the laser, we keep saying fish pump because the Sculpt Fund who sent me the laser only had a 220 non-North American pump available. So I had to buy a compatible one, and the fish tank pump was actually the best.
Yep. Fish need their tanks pumped.
Yep, they need fresh oxygen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it works, and it made the world of difference watching him burn things. And then noticing when we turned that on, it just made a lot of our problems.
Yeah.
It helped with lots of the problems.
If you want, check out Ben Eady's channel.
His
he
video's
goes
great.
into a lot of information on laser cutting, and he's done projects where he's modified lasers that didn't have an air-cooled system to include one because of the difference it makes. Sorry, the one I gave you doesn't have one.
No, it's okay. I have a laser cutter.
Yeah,
I
there you
don't
are.
care. Thank you. I
You're
will
welcome.
burn things. It's okay. We can have toasted marshmallows.
She has the Longer 5. It's a 5-watt laser from Longer, which actually has a nice little LCD control panel on the front of the machine. I've got a Sculpt Fund, which is a 10-watt laser, and I strictly use it using strictly control it using Lightburn software and my laptop. I don't just because I can directly control it. It's great.
Yeah.
I just saw the thumbnail for it, and I scrubbed a little bit. Somebody recently did an unboxing of a 40-watt laser.
Oh, nice.
That cut a 2x4.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. Again, a 40-watt diode laser.
I will print out chairs and furniture at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I would design all the things giant. Sorry.
So, speaking of giant, when the shop gets better, I still have interest in making a longer rail length on my Sculpt Fund so I can cut out longer things.
Oh, yeah.
I won't be able to make them any wider, but I can make them longer pretty easily.
Yeah, because we were talking about doing a yard because I wanted to use it to cut fabric out. I wanted to use it to burn tulle and melt it together and have some more 3D options when it came to sewing with a laser because I
Yeah.
wanted to melt the tulle. You know, because tulle is a nylon plastic.
That tool. T-U-L-E. It's
The netting fabric that ballerinas
Yeah.
have in their tutus.
Yep.
So that fabric is made out of a nylon mesh.
Yes.
It is a nylon mesh.
Yes.
And nylon is a goopy plastic that welds very nicely. So I wanted to use a laser cutter to do welding in tulle with other fabrics. So playing with like I said, I have been avoiding using the laser cutter because I have all the projects just kind of writing right here.
Yep.
Going, hey, what about this?
What
This
about
would be
this?
really
What about
cool.
this?
Can't you laser cut that? Laser cutting swimwear because it finishes off the edge as it burns it because it melts that spandex
Yeah.
and synthetic fabrics into a nice finished edge. And I actually own a laser cut swimsuit, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I need to cut all of the things. And so we were talking about being able to do at least a yard of fabric, because if we extended the rails to be able to cut a yard of fabric, there's a lot of patterns that are 1 yard of fabric or less, and so you could fit a bodice or a short pencil skirt or something like that and have it cut. Swimwear, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
But that was me geeking out on its potentials.
Yeah, and unlike the pre-made burn software that these laser cutters come with, Lightburn, you can tell it how wide it is. So we're actually able to adjust it with Lightburn because it doesn't care. It's a universal program.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was one of those, we were troubleshooting this problem. Well, if I wanted to cut out this, how would we, well, you could use Lightburn, do the rails, and then you just put it here, and then you can also pick it up and move it around on the table.
Yep.
So we were talking, anyways,
Yep.
including y'all on our weird conversation.
I was excited about being able to cut out like a sword and then put all the detail on the blade. And,
Oh, just the pretty edgy from, it's
Like-
not there, Mjolnir.
no, like what's on Mjolnir, or I did a lot with the paint on the Power Sword for Power Rangers.
I'm blocking it.
Well, I could get out of the shot, Felicia.
I'm in the way.
We could do a lot of that with the laser and to etch it, which I think is really cool. So
Dan does junk, I feel you. My Ender 3 printer doubles as a shelf. That's where mine
Yep.
is right at the moment. Because these projects are like intimidating, and I'm like, I haven't yet. But
well, yeah, we've got two Anycubic X's in here. That's the SLA printer. Am I saying that right?
I'm just gonna trust you.
It's the one that uses PLA and filaments. I've got the one that Anycubic originally sent me. That's currently very slowly. It's a project that's been on hold for a while. Getting turned into a Franken-Prusa. We're going to replace the parts and make it into a Prusa printer that's actually larger than the print beds on most Prusas. And then I also have one here that belongs to Lee Braithwaite, who's
says those
we got to
are
get his thing
FDM
fixed.
printers.
Those are FDM? Okay, they're FDM printers.
Iana
Sorry.
West says, I thought you were dashing off early, Odin and
Yeah,
Felicia.
we're talking.
We are. We're just geeking out about printers first, that's all.
Right. That's why I haven't started the next step. In order to do the next step of mooshing, I'm definitely gonna need to watch what Chris did, which I can do while we're doing live. But then yeah.
We were going to cut it early today, so we're stopping here. We'll continue with this next week, but we did make progress.
We made progress. Yes, we
We
will
were
be
here.
back next week. I shouldn't say last. The last 2 weeks of February for me are both booked. I'm not going to be available for the 3rd or the 4th Sunday of February. So next week we will stream again. As that way you still get 2 streams on Sunday in February, but there's just not going to be as long of a wait between now and then.
Yes, but then there's going to be a long wait till the X.
Oh, you don't want to tell them that. No,
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
You know, you need to not burn out.
God, please, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are here. We're leaving.
Here. We are leaving. Appreciate it. As always, for everyone who's hung out, who's stuck out for all this, really appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate your questions. Appreciate your comments. Sharing. One of the things I get a kick out of is hearing where you guys are. It's mind-blowing to me, even with a broadcast television background, to know that I'm talking to people from Germany. I'm talking to people in the Netherlands. I'm talking to people in Ireland.
We missed somebody from France.
We missed somebody from France. It's, yeah, and I've realized this as we've done the streaming, and realized that noon for me is the best time because it's evening for you guys. And sometimes we get people who are just getting up and getting started their day in Australia, where it's 5 a.m. on Monday for them.
I love talking to the future.
Yeah, it's great. And for those of you who are watching the future, thank you for making it this long. Thanks for watching the playback of a live stream with the three of us. And
yeah. Next week I'll leave you with Spooky and I'll bring Toby. He's like, I don't like this.
Oh, okay. Toby's great.
I love Toby.
So if you want to see the Proton Pack and the Neutrona wand finished as a complete build in less than a year, please check out Lost Wax Oz. He's got his own channel and he's made a lot of props. This isn't the first time that I've used some of his ideas and techniques in my videos. The Captain America shield's another one. But go check it out. We're actually using his patterns for both of what we're doing. That way we're figuring out less on the fly. And he's got a series of videos, 5 total, making all these things start to finish. You can watch them all in an afternoon and see what the end is going to be without waiting on us. But if you do want to wait on us, we'll be right back next week.
Dan Joe's Junk says, want me to drop by again?
Sure. That'd be cool.
Yeah. You are more than welcome to show up whenever you want.
We just need to let them know when we're doing it.
We'll be here next week.
We're going to be here next week. And if you want to come by, Dan, that'd be awesome. always appreciate your company, Dan, and your enthusiasm. You're a very positive person. So,
right.
Yeah.
And that babinka's off the hook.
The babinka's totally off the hook. All right.
So thank you guys all for being here.
Yep, you got something in your coat.
Does he?
Yeah. There it is. You brushed up against paint or something.
Yeah.
Mud. Cat box. Something.
Right, something. But...
Hey, Felicia, you want to get lunch?
Yeah, let's do lunch. It's time to go.
It's lunchtime. All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name's Odin.
I'm Felicia.
And I want to say thank you very much. And you can catch Felicia possibly doing live streams on her channel.
Behind the Scenes Fashions over here on YouTube. Currently working on a weird commission piece. I started patterning it yesterday. I did a live stream, so if you wanted to check that out. But I have no schedule. It is just kind of in my spare time when I am making things. I have been trying to turn on the camera and go live so that I can share the process and the behind the scenes of things. So check me out if you want to. But yeah.
Very cool. Please do. Live streams are great. Anything new over there?
Everybody's saying see you next week. Have a good day. Have a good lunch.
Thank you.
Yes.
If you're in if you're in the California area, the last Sunday of this month, I'll be at StocktonCon.
Come stop by and say hi.
Please do. And end stream.
Bye-bye.
52 views.